Well, some bursts of heavy snow bring a fresh coating to Asheville, North Carolina over the weekend, just where you'd expect to see that snow up in the mountains.
But I know what everybody really wants to know is this just a tease of what we could maybe see a little farther to the south?
Yeah, a lot of people in the south love snow. It's just a statement of fact, not everybody loves the snow.
Included, Dr. Nab, of course.
Just saying.
Now, some people would say, yes, let's get some snow, or maybe no, let's hold off on that. Now, the models, they've been going back and forth. Are they going to settle in now?
Yeah, so the big question is this going to be the end of the world as we know it? I mean, is there going to be southern snow?
The will it or won't it has us on the edge of our seats. We're going to break it all down for you. You know, starting to see some trends, so we'll let you know what we're thinking. We know what you're thinking. We welcome you into Weather Unfiltered here on this Monday. I'm Alex Wilson with Mike Bettis and Dr.
I didn't say
Nab.
anything.
Love snow. It was just emanating from you. It's a vibe.
Maybe part of the reason I'm smiling is because the trend in the models is a little bit less.
North, a little bit less.
But could that change in the next run? Could that change by tomorrow? We're going to tell you how to prepare given those uncertainties.
All good information. We start with places that are snow savvier and obviously in western North Carolina. Now, Sugar Mountain, we're making the snow tonight. We're going to get more snow opportunities coming through this week. It's Wednesday that offers up the afternoon snow showers. Tomorrow, pretty mild, temps near 50, sunshine. And look at Thursday highs behind our snow showers, 16. That is going to be your high temperature with lows around 5. Big changes ahead. We do have some accumulating snow coming to those western North Carolina mountain locations. So as is common, you know, Asheville sees very little. You get up into elevation, that's where you're going to see at least some light accumulations. A lot of spots in that 1 to 3 inch range, but there could be some spots, looks like Haywood or Swain counties that see some of those 3 to 5+ inch totals, but those are fewer and far between. Timing looks like this. Wednesday morning, we've got the rain moving through parts of the Ohio Valley, swinging into sections of the southeast by the afternoon. So here's 5 o'clock on Wednesday. Knoxville, Chattanooga, Huntsville, Birmingham, all getting in on the rain. Atlanta, you're going to see some rain showers. Asheville, some passing light snow showers. Again, not expected to accumulate. Meanwhile, the higher elevations right along the Tennessee, North Carolina state line into the Smokies, that's where you will get some accumulating snow. They're not going to be huge amounts, but they will be some. Again, most areas in that 1 to 3 inch range with some spots locally higher. Also the mountains of West Virginia picking up on some snow. Snowfall compared to average season to date. Charleston, West Virginia running a bit above average, as is Roanoke. Asheville, you're a bit below average. 3.5 inches, in fact, below average. A place like Raleigh, you've only seen 1/10 of an inch of snow. That puts you a little over an inch, almost an inch and a half below average. Mike?
Well, then there's the chill of Clayton weekend this weekend, Alex.
All right, take you to Cleveland, where we've got some snow on tap for the weekend. Looking good this evening, 35. You can see the city, so we don't have blinding snow right now compared to other weeks where, man, we've looked at this camera and you can't make out much of anything. But let's take you to the weekend here as we look towards the northern tier. Now, Cleveland, you did have snow yesterday, a little over 1.25 inches. Snowfall since the start of the winter, I guess it was the start of the snow season. I know you're like July 1st. Well, second half of last year, 23 inches. That's a deficit of 0.1. So we're right on track for where we would expect to be in the snowfall season here in the Cleveland area. In Cleveland, more opportunities for snow coming Friday night, and Saturday. Snow showers through the period. Temps rising to the upper 20s for highs, mid-20s for lows. The exception Saturday night, that's when the bottom drops out on us. That's when we drop to 12 degrees. European model focusing some of the heavier snow into portions of Indiana and Michigan, also up through northern sections of Minnesota. But for most of the region, it would be a light to moderate snow Thursday through Saturday afternoon. So pretty manageable, especially for this part of the country. Then we look at the GFS model. And again, generally light to moderate snow across the board. There would be areas across the northern Great Lakes, so Minnesota, Wisconsin, UP of Michigan, where we could see some of those heavier amounts, and some heavier amounts coming off Lake Michigan into western parts of lower Michigan. So again, for many of these areas, a manageable snowfall, given how snowy some of these cities are. So We look at our forecast right now. Thursday afternoon into the overnight, we start to see the snow picking up into western sections of the Great Lakes. By Friday lunchtime, we've got snow falling for many. Again, snow showers are what we're expecting, so light to moderate snow at times. Entire system continues to shift east Friday into Saturday, Saturday into Sunday, and you can see some of that lingering lake effect across parts of especially lower Michigan, but central New York, western New York as well. By the time all is said and done at 11 o'clock on Sunday, still maybe a little lake effect coming off of Erie and Ontario, but most areas winding down. So that's why the snowfall totals are between Thursday and Sunday. Here's our forecast. So a blend of our two forecast models. Again, for most of the region, Dr. Knabb thinking a light to moderate, very manageable snow. Some heavier areas would include north central New York and then western parts of lower Michigan. And of course, those snow favored areas like the UP of Michigan.
Okay, Alex, snow is not necessarily.
Snow warning there.
All right, there you have it. We take you to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where we're hosting football tonight. And I know you're wondering what the forecast holds. Well, this week we've got a little bit of everything. We've got rain going over to snow in western Pennsylvania. And I think a lot of us this time of year, especially given the temperatures, would much rather see this than the previous precip type. Now, tomorrow in Pittsburgh, we've got a high of 50 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. Again, pretty mild by mid-January standards. Thursday, oh boy, buckle up because things are changing. Cloudy skies and a temperature of 19. That is your high temperature for Thursday. Snowfall this month, 2.3 inches. Snowfall since the start of the season, 21.2 inches. That puts us at a surplus of 6 inches. So western Pennsylvania has done well with the snowfall. And when we look at the second half of the week, when snow comes back in, not going to see much in the way of accumulations around Pittsburgh. You get up towards Butler, the I-80 corridor. That's where we could see some 1 to 2 inch amounts. Also for the Laurel Highlands, some 1 to 3 inch amounts over that way. Timing looks like this. So early in the week is quiet, so shouldn't have problems tonight. What we do have is rain coming in for your Wednesday morning drive, so that may slow down your AM commute, afternoon commute. That's exactly when we expect the changeover from rain to snow to occur. Snow showers continue late Wednesday into the very early morning hours of Thursday, especially into those spots of elevation. You can see another wave of snow coming in for the end of the week. So some passing snow showers in western PA on Friday. Buffalo, similar forecast, rain and snow on Wednesday, changing over to all snow Wednesday night. That'll continue into your Thursday. Cold on Thursday.
It's going to be a wake-up call for a lot of people.
Yeah, a place like Chicago in for the same. You know, a quiet start to the week in the city of Chicago. Love when it's all lit up. We do have opportunities for precip and for cold. Some of that, yes, will be snow. So we bring up the pillars and we show you your forecast highs each and every day. We've got, 49 coming tomorrow, 32 on Wednesday. More in the way of precip and cloud cover for the second half of the week. So Thursday still mostly sunny, but colder, highs near 25. We've got light snow into your your Friday. By Saturday, that's the cold, 17 for a high. Then we've got 15 with light snow on Sunday. Monday, partly cloudy with temps only around 12 for a high. And yes, you notice those single-digit, even low single-digit lows. So that cold air, that's going to be making headlines for a lot of you. That's going to be the talker at the water cooler. Chicago, Sunday morning low, 5 degrees. Where is that air coming from? If you guessed from way up north, you're right. It's coming up from the northern reaches of Canada. So this really, really cold air working southward. As Mike pointed out, the upper parts of the Great Lakes and the northern tier have some of the most serious cold, but obviously single-digit lows, making it towards Chicago with temps for afternoons in the teens. Going to be pretty brutal. Now, by Tuesday, tomorrow, we wake up to wind chill values in the 30s and 20s for many. Wednesday, now we're starting to see that cold sneaking in. Feels like temperature of 10 below in Duluth, 1 below in Alpena, 2 in Minneapolis. This is at noon. Now we get you into the second half of the week, and that's when that cold really starts to work in. We've got that system providing wind as well. So a 1 below your feels like temperature Thursday morning in Detroit. 4 is what it's going to feel like in Pittsburgh. Notice Thursday afternoon, not much in the way of noticeable changes. It stays frigid. And then here comes that next blast of cold air with lows Friday evening, or hourly wind chill numbers, in the low single digits in Des Moines, 10 below in Duluth, Mike.
Yeah, uncomfortable for sure.